Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. So it's really cold today and I'm kind of lazy, so I didn't want to like change or anything. So I'm like in my pajamas. I have like a blanket and I like rolled out of bed like a couple hours ago. But today I want to do the what not to say to a BJD Collector Tag. It's originally done, or it was like created by Alex. I hope you don't mind that I'm calling you by your first name. It's what's next to your icon, so I hope you don't mind. Anyway, so I think that this is a tag that we can all relate to. You know, people saying things about our doll. So without any further ado, I guess we will begin. Today, Sid is going to be helping us. He's obviously not a human, but we're just gonna pretend that he's a human asking me these questions for the sake of the tag. Yeah, it's a little weird, but we'll give it a shot. He's a little camera shy, so we'll see how he does. That's pretty weird. Oh, weird? Well, I mean, yeah, it is a little weird because, I mean, it's not really the norm, so you just add it to the list of weird things that I do. What do you do with your dolls? What do I do with them? Well, I mean, like, I make stuff, or like, I take pictures and like characters and stories, but I can't say all that. I mean, let me like the things I like, gosh. How much did they cost? It wasn't that much, like $100 for the whole doll, and they'll be like, what, that's so much? And I'll be like, yeah, $100 is a lot. Don't you feel bad spending that kind of money on them? If I felt bad, then I wouldn't do it. Like, obviously this doesn't make me feel bad, because if it did, I wouldn't be like buying more dolls. I wouldn't have like how many do I have? I would have 3 dolls plus an incoming head if I felt bad about spending money on it, and I don't feel bad. Wouldn't you rather spend money on something useful? Just because it's not like practical doesn't mean it's not important, or like, I mean, like, it's useful as a hobby. It's useful as something to like devote your free time to. So I mean, that's useful, right? And I don't know. I would have bought like $300 worth of anime merch instead. Is that much more useful? What even made you decide to get them? There's no reason not to. I mean, except for the price maybe, but yeah, other than that, I mean, it's all good. It's good stuff. What? They're anatomically correct? Why though? Why not? They're cool, I guess, but I can never justify that amount of money. Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, like, yeah. It doesn't really affect me, and it's not, I don't know, I'm not gonna be like, no, you need to spend your money on this hobby. But if they're just referring it to it on their own side, like, I like it but I couldn't afford it, then I'd be like, yeah, I feel that, I know that life. So if I had your kind of money, I would have bought a house by now. Well, that'd probably be like a really small house. I think you're overestimating how much this hobby costs. I mean, yes, it can be expensive, but it's only expensive as you make it, I guess. Your significant other lets you do this? Don't you care what they think? Well, I've never had a significant other, but like, if I were to get one, if I were to get one, as if it was like buying a doll, if I was to have one, then I mean, they'd have to be okay with my dolls. Like, my dolls are kind of here first, so like, if my dolls don't approve of you, then it's not happening. My significant other would never let me do this. If you can afford to buy dolls and you want dolls, and your significant other is like, no, I forbid you to have dolls, that should be like raising some red flags. Maybe, you know, a little bit. what you and your significant other do doesn't affect me in any way. So like, yeah, I mean, if you want dolls, get dolls. If you don't want dolls, don't get dolls. If your significant other tells you not to get dolls and you want dolls, or just anything, if you want to do something and your significant other is like forbidding you to do something, I don't know, I would be a little worried. Are there any other people who collect this sort of thing? Are you trying to make this hobby weirder than it is? I mean, it's kind of weird, but it's not so weird that I'm the only person in the world who does this. You should sell them. You can make a lot of money. That question, gross. Just like, well, you know what? You can sell your organs and you can make a lot of money, but you know, you don't want to, so like, I don't know, that's a weird analogy. Don't tell me to sell my dolls. Don't, like, I'm not gonna tell you to sell your like collection of things that you have that are collectible. In general, people shouldn't tell other people to sell their belongings. That's a boy, but it doesn't look like one. I don't get it. If Dead Fox looks like this, like, I'd find it kind of weird if you didn't think he was a guy. Same thing for Seven. Seven's not wearing pants, so I mean, you could tell. You could tell he's a guy. I guess Bart is the most ambiguous. But I'd say he still looks like a boy. I mean, despite his childbearingly wide hips, he still looks like a boy. So, I don't know. People and dolls should be able to look like whatever they want to look like regardless of gender. Don't they creep you out? Okay, I feel like everybody gets this question when, like, the second dolls are brought up, instantly. It's just like, dolls? What? Aren't they creepy though? Like, whoa. And, no, no, they don't creep me out. No, I mean, there have been days where I'll just like be sitting at my computer and then I'll look over and like Bart is like staring at me and I don't remember like turning him to look at me and I'm just like, oh geez, child, what are you doing? Why are you staring at me? But it's not creepy. Like, I'll just like turn him the other way or just pat him on the head. I can understand other people's perspective though. I mean, like, especially like at least here in America, like dolls are kind of considered to be something that's weird and creepy and disturbing. I wouldn't like make a big deal out of it because I kind of see where they're coming from. Like if you like 3 years ago, I probably would have been the same way. I'd be scared to have them in my bedroom. I don't know how you do it. Whatever. Yeah. They're not in your bedroom, they're in my bedroom. I'm fine with it. I don't trust them anywhere else in the house because I don't want people messing with them. Like, I don't want siblings knocking them over or parents knocking them over or just people in general knocking them over. So I would just be like, I wouldn't feel safe having them anywhere else. I mean, I guess there's the whole like, oh, it's a doll, it'll come alive in the middle of the night and like stab you in your sleep. And I'm just like, it seems like it's unrealistic. Like, obviously it's unrealistic that an inanimate object will come alive and kill you at night. It's like, So that was the what not to say to a BJD collector tag. I will admit that it's kind of sad. Like, I wish people wouldn't have such a stigma against dolls, but I mean, they do, and there's not a lot we can do about it. I don't know, it's kind of just a weird hobby, but it's a fun hobby, and I like it. So people can say what they want to say, I guess. And I guess that's why I have Dead Fox here, who's like my confident guy in the group, who's like, I do what I want, and I don't care what people think. So yeah, I guess that's my mentality on dolls. And if people are gonna be mean about it, then whatever. Hopefully this video wasn't too awkward. I mean, I feel like it was awkward because I'm awkward, but I'll leave that up to you guys to decide, and I will see you next time. So, bye! Aw, thank you very much for your help, Sid Pet.